Hello there. So this is a short little sequence with some fundamental poses that would be really good to practice every day. It'll also give you a taste of some of my introductory and foundation classes. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get to it. We're going to start with our legs up the wall, also known as Urdhva Prasarta Padasana. So I'm going to use my door. All you need is a spot against a wall or a door, and get your hips as close to the wall as you can, as close as your hamstrings will allow. So pressing with the hands sliding into the wall. So more important to get your back straight and your legs straight than all the way to the wall, so you can work on the flexibility of the hamstrings, the hips, and the back. Then see that your feet are together and the center line of your legs is lined up with the belly button, the center of the chest, and the nose. So I can hold my head, lift up, and look down and see if I'm straight. And then release the head back down. Now we're going to reach the inner line of the foot up towards the ceiling. Pull the outer edges of the feet down and sharpen those outer shins. So feel how when you work through the feet like that, inner foot up, outer foot down, those outer shins come in and help firm the legs. Tighten the kneecaps, tighten the thighs, and try to get the back of the legs to open towards the wall. Feel how the back is flat on the floor, the sacrum is flat on the floor, and the shoulder blades should also be flat on the floor. Now from this action of the legs being strong and firm, inner foot up, outer foot pulling down, outer shins in, knees and thighs nice and tight, keep that action of the legs, and we're going to reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Now with the arms reaching up, you can see them. They should be parallel to one another, palms facing each other. Tighten the triceps and the elbows here to make the arms nice and firm. Draw the outer edges of the arms down towards the floor. Take the inner tips of the shoulder blades onto the back and feel how that spreads and opens the chest. So I'll say that one more time. Outer edges of the arms down towards the floor. Inner tips of the shoulder blades into the back, and spread the collarbones in the chest from there. Now, maintaining the work of the legs, the work of the arms now, we'll reach the arms overhead 3 times. So keep the legs strong. Reach the arms overhead towards the floor. Arms stay straight and come on up. So you're going to work on trying to get your hands all the way to the floor. Reach the arms overhead, but don't let your elbows bend, and bring the arms up. More important to keep the arms straight than to get the arms to touch the floor. Right? At the third time, you're going to keep the arms reaching away from you. Reach the soles of the feet up again. Pull those outer feet in, outer shins in. Tighten the knees and the thighs. And move the thighs from the front to the back. So you're opening the back of the legs. As you press the thighs front to back, feel that length in the lower abdominal region, in the lower spine. And extend from the outer hips all the way out to the fingertips. Sides of the chest long, reaching towards the hands. Triceps tight, elbows locked, wrist extended, fingers reaching away from you. And all the while, face relaxed, throat soft, eyes quiet. Now from this position, we'll reach the arms back up towards the ceiling, and then you can take your hands to rest on your belly. Bend your legs one at a time. Push yourself away from the wall, and then reach your right arm overhead. We'll roll over to the right side. Keep your head relaxed as you press down with your hand and your forearm to come on up. So that's Urdhva Prasarta Padasana, which is upward spread leg pose. All right, second posture we're going to do is Ardha Uttanasana, which means half intense stretch. So hands are shoulder height. And you want to spread the fingers and turn them out a little bit. As you do that, press the knuckles into the wall and draw the back of the arms down towards the floor. When you do that, feel how the muscles of the upper back get nice and firm. Now keep that firmness as the hands press into the wall. Walk your feet back, hip width about 4 feet away from the wall. Then pressing your hands into the wall, tighten the elbows again, pull the triceps in, and lengthen from the hands pressing into the wall all the way back to the hips. Sides of the chest nice and long. Take a look at your feet. Outer edges of the feet should be parallel. Push the feet down into the earth. Firm the thigh muscles up. Front of the thighs lift all the way up to the hips. So hands pressing, arms nice and straight and firm. Feet pressing, thighs lifting, legs nice and straight and firm. And then as you push the hands into the wall, lengthen through the arms, through the sides of the chest, all the way back to the hips. Feel that length in the front of the body, in the back of the body, in the side body. Keep your head in line with your arms and extend from hands all the way through the armpits, all the way back to the hips. And then inhale and come on up. That's a good pose you could do a couple times, but if all you have is time for one time's great. If your shoulders or your hamstrings are really tight, you might have to take your hands up a little bit higher than shoulder width and shoulder height in that pose. Otherwise, that's a good place to start. All right, the next pose we're going to do is Tadasana, which is mountain pose, and it's the basis of all of the standing poses. And it has the elements of the other two poses we did as well, with strong arms and strong legs. So have your feet together, big toes touch. You can have your heels a little bit apart and push your feet into the earth. Pull those outer shins in again and tighten the thigh muscles up. And then from there, outer hips should be firm too. So feel that firmness through the legs as the feet press down, shins pull in, thigh muscles engage, and those outer hips contract. You should even be able to feel some lift of the lower abdominal region and the lower spine as you work the legs. Maintaining that, we'll reach the arms down towards the floor, pulling the arms from the tops of the shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. Tighten the triceps, lock the elbows, extend through the wrists and all the way to the fingers. As the arms reach down, lengthen the sides of the neck up towards the ceiling and lengthen up through the crown of the head. Soften your eyes, soften your gaze. Relax your jaw, your tongue, and your throat. Now we're going to do a little work with the arms behind us. I'm going to turn so you can see. So we're in our Tadasana, mountain pose here. Take the arms back a little bit in space. Interlock the fingers. And from this position now, the arms are probably a little bit bent. So pull the triceps in towards one another. Take the back of the arms and roll it towards the back body. And now pull the arms slightly back in space and also down. Feel that trapezius muscle on the upper back, how it wants to rise up. Pull that down with your hands as you pull your arms down. So again, we're in Tadasana still, pushing the feet down, pull the outer shins in, thighs lift, keep a little weight back in the heels, pull the arms down and lift the chest. Now maintaining your posture here, just change the interlock of the fingers, so the other index fingers on top. Pull the elbows in again, pull the arms down. Take the shoulders down all the way down towards the hands. As you take the arms down from shoulder to hands, lengthen the sides of the neck up, crown of the head up. Soft face, soft gaze, quiet eyes. Now from this position, we're going to reach the arms down back to Tadasana and feel that lift of the lower spine from the work of the legs, the upper spine from the work of the arms. Feel that height that's happening inside ourselves from the work of these strong arms and these strong legs. And then you can release your arms and your legs there. Tadasana, mountain pose, with a little work on the shoulders. All right, now we're going to take a twist, and I've got a chair here. You can use a kitchen chair. I have a classic yoga chair, and I put a little height on my chair because I'm tall. When you sit on your chair, your hips should be a little bit higher than your knees. So this is Bharavajasana that we're going to do next, which is a seated twisting pose on the chair. As we're sitting, roll the inner thighs back and move the buttocks flesh out to the side, so we can get the groins to deepen so they're not hardening there. Feet should be right underneath your knees. And from the feet pressing down, pin the outer hips in and rise the trunk up. Should feel like the abdomen is drawing in and up, and the sacrum is drawing, the top of the sacrum is drawing in, so it's in its place. Keeping that lift from the legs, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, Take a nice inhale, extending up. On the exhale, we're going to turn towards our right, so we're facing the back of the chair. Lengthen up on the inhale, on the exhale, turn, and then sneak your hands down to the chair bars. From this position, I want to reach that outer leg forward so that I'm not twisting my hips only, but my hips stay more forward as I turn my spine. So lengthen up on the inhalation, take that outer leg forward, lengthen up, and then exhale and turn. Push with your hands, pull with your hands. So this back hand, I'm going to press and turn. The front hand, I'm going to pull and turn. Grow tall on the inhalation. Roll the shoulders down away from your ears. And on your exhale, rotate and turn any little bit more and look past your back shoulder. And then exhale and release. Let's do the other side. So we're going to switch sides. I'm going to walk around this way. And once I sit down again, adjusting the buttocks flesh back and out so my inner groins can go down so they're not hardening there. Feet should be right under the knees. Press the feet well and pull those outer hips in. And then when I'm turning, I don't want to shift my whole body like this. So I'm trying to keep my legs straight ahead. So pressing the feet, pulling those outer hips in. This outer leg, the one facing the chair, has to reach forward, and the other one has to pull back just a little bit to keep my pelvis squared up. Right? So let's maintain that. Reach the arms up towards the sky, pressing the feet down, lift up from the outer hips, lift up. Take a nice inhale, exhale, turn any little bit, keep your chest lifted. Inhale, rise up, exhale, turn a little bit more, and then keep the lift of the chest, sneak your hands down to the chair. So pushing and pulling. I'm going to call this hand my back hand, the one closer to my back. I push with that hand and roll that shoulder bone back. The front hand, I'm going to pull and bring the side of my chest through. As you do that, keep the height of the spine. Notice if you're leaning right, left, front and back. Grow tall on the inhalation. Drop your shoulders down on the exhale. And rotate and turn. Couple breaths here. And turn. And exhale. And release. Good. And come on out. So Bharadvajasana on the chair. You could do that pose a few times. And it would be a great pose to do to stretch out your back and just bring some new blood, help the blood recirculate, help the organs recirculate some blood. All right. Now we're going to sit in on a bolster or some blankets for Dandasana. You're going to move the buttocks flesh back and out to the side again. Have the legs together, big toes touch, and now I have a trusty little belt. And I'm going to put it around the ball mound of my foot and hold it onto the belt so my arms are straight and my legs are straight and my back is straight. Push the heels down into the floor, the ankles down into the floor. Push the big toe ball mounds forward, that inner foot forward, and pull the outer edges of your feet back again. Now pressing the heels down, tighten the outer shins in, the knees, tighten the knees, and those outer hips. And feel how when you tighten those outer hips, you can even see, here I'm lifting, here I'm sinking. So I have to pull those outer hips in. Holding onto the belt, I draw the arms back towards the shoulder sockets. Take the inner tips of the shoulder blades onto the back. Roll the upper arms from the inside out and spread and open the chest. So Dandasana, staff, stick, or rod pose. From the work of the legs and the arms, feel that length and extension through the front body, through the spine. Feel that space for those internal organs. And just see how you feel in your head, mentally, in your brain. So when the arms and legs work well, there should be a quietness that comes, even though there's lots of work to do in the physical body. Can you find the benefit for the mind? Right. And then we'll release the arms and the legs from the strap. And the last thing to do for this little sequence would be to do a little Shavasana. And I'll show you a setup, and you can just lie down and relax. One of the best ways to do it is to have your legs up on a little support. And if you pull your support in close to you, use your arms to help you lie down. Get your back nice and flat on the floor. and rest your arms and your legs to the side. So the back is flat, the legs are relaxed, the shoulders and the arms are completely relaxed. So you can stay here as long as you need to. When you're ready, you'll bend the legs, reach the arm up, roll over to your side, and come on. All right? So if you have time, add Shavasana to the practice. If you just do those other few poses, it should only take you a couple minutes to get through. You can do them more than once, or you can stay in them longer or practice them a couple times. So I hope you enjoy this little sequence, and the more you practice it, the more you'll get out of it. So have a great day. Bye.